right, last I'd like to go into is I want, and really I'm not, everybody here is involved. It's the people that aren't here that I'm really, the newspapers, I want people to be involved. I want people to look out for each other. I mean, it's a nice neighborhood. I mean, I think everybody would agree. I mean, I drive around here and I'm, you know, I've been working in the police department for, in June it'll be 18 years. And this is one of the nicest places I've ever worked. And not just because it's a nice neighborhood. It's because of the people here, too. It's just a nice neighborhood. From the south to the east to the west and the north, it's a diverse community and it's a nice community. And I really like it here. And most of the people are involved, but the people that, I want everybody involved. I want people like if, not to ignore, like we'll go back to the example I used with the person on the fire escape. I want people calling. It's an unusual circumstance. Someone on your fire escape is cause for concern. Or on your neighbor, it may not be on your fire escape, but it's cause for concern to your neighbor. And if it's cause for concern for your neighbor, it's cause for concern for you. I want someone to call 911. You don't have to get involved. Call 911. There's a suspicious person that I never saw before on my neighbor's fire escape. And then, you know, you've done your job. And it takes, I think it maybe takes 30 seconds. Okay? As a police officer, I usually don't call 911. I usually get involved myself. If someone's in my yard that doesn't belong there, or someone's around my neighbor's car, or something to that, I'll get involved myself. But I really don't ask that from the community. All I need is the 911. Use of the 911. Like, you know, we all can go back to when we hear that story of Genevieve back in Queens, where she was screaming in the 70s, and we're long gone from those kind of things. But we just want, I don't want to go, you know, I just want people to know that it does pay off to look after your neighbors, because, you know, if they're the victim of a crime, you could be the victim of a crime. These people on the wall, they don't stop at one crime. You know, I don't have the exact figures for you, but the vast majority of the crime is committed by very few people in the neighborhood. Okay, my people know who the criminals are, and we watch them. But there are times when people that usually don't, they may come into the, you know, they may come from other areas to say, hey, let's go into the 9-4 precinct. That's a nice place. Let's go shopping, if you may. And we're going to go into the 9-4. And we'll be on the look for it, but everybody, you know, with so much help, you know, hey, there's someone on the fire escape. Oh, I don't know who it is. And it could be the janitor. It could be someone who's doing maintenance. But, hey, I was looking out. Sorry. You know what I mean? No harm, no foul. Okay? I'd rather get that call a million times and have the police show up and check the person out. I think everybody's in agreement with that. All right? Also utilize 311. 311 is a valuable resource. And I know I check, I get a report of all the 311 calls. And we all know about, you know, another criminology term is broken windows. And if we let these things go, whether it be graffiti or homeless or noise, or to detract, you know, bring down the quality of life level in the community, well then, people, if you look at broken windows, what he said, who was it? I thought it was George Helling. What he said was that if you have the one broken window, it really leads to 1,000 broken windows. So you don't leave that one broken window. So the same goes for here. We're going to be constantly vigilant in cleaning up graffiti and making graffiti arrests. And we did very good. The precinct itself, the officers made, they were up like, I don't have the exact percentage, but they were up a vast amount in graffiti arrests. And they started off the year hitting the ground running. They made some graffiti arrests. And we're going to be constantly vigilant in that area. The noise complaints, again, we're looking at the people that are the major culprits, and we're issuing noise violations, and hopefully they get the message. With the homeless condition, we're reaching out to different agencies in a help to try to help these people. That's, you know, they really do need help, and we're doing our best best to improve that situation. It's a very difficult situation. We have a panhandler, I understand, an aggressive panhandler on Meeker Avenue, and we've taken him to the hospital to try to get him help. We've arrested him, and we'll continue to watch him because we don't want panhandlers. We don't. We'd rather get him help in another way. What's another quality of life issue that's concern? Well, block driveways and stuff, and you call 311 and we'll come and the same thing. I just want to state that I'm happy and I'm thankful that everybody showed up, and if the newspapers want to stick around and if there's any clarification you need, whatever I say. Do I have any questions? I mean, it's kind of informal.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling the meeting together, but me personally, I was hoping for a little more because this is basically, the kind of thing that's discussed at the council meetings.
Right.
What I was hoping to hear about was things like the homicide, the drug dealing, the racist websites, the racist groups that are forming, things like that, and about the police officers discouraging reports.
What homicides are you talking about? Like, getting back to your original.
Well, we've been hearing a lot of homicides this year.
We haven't had a homicide in, I believe since there was with the Jerry Bowens. He was an individual who killed came into the neighborhood and killed his girlfriend. And
Wasn't
then,
there with this the other day?
then we had, what? No.
I heard there was a stabbing on Kent and Franklin. Is that a rumor?
And then also on
Okay,
Manhattan.
let me, I'll stop you. If it's a rumor, I cannot, there's no homicide on Kent and Manhattan, and there's no I cannot comment on something that did not happen.
Was it in the news?
I think it said that they found dead. I don't know if that means it's
Okay,
homicide.
you're misreading what the newspaper said.
Yeah.
What you're bringing up, I believe, is Manhattan Avenue.
Yeah.
There was an event on Manhattan Avenue where a gentleman was found in his apartment with unconscious with blood, and he was found dead. That was not a homicide. At this point, it cannot be termed a homicide. What happened was, as we know now, is that he had stitches on his head, and it looks to me, and the ME said that it looks that he had some kind of event where he fell down, and he had no other wounds that the ME saw besides the stitches on his head that was reopened when he fell down. Now, the ME is going to do an investigation, like, they'll do to see if there was any foul play. But as of now, there's no foul play. I mean, that's not a homicide. That's, as of now, it's an unfortunate incident where a man expired based on his own, unless the ME's office turns up something different.
What did they classify the crime that happened when the guy who was back to Polish room and killed him on jobs in Manhattan?
That was vehicular manslaughter. That's an individual who's not, his intent wasn't to kill her.
Maybe I should rephrase my question. I'm more concerned about the deaths that have happened and those type of crimes.
Okay, with those, I mean, that's a unfortunate incident, but I addressed that at the community council meeting back when it happened last April. I addressed that and I said that was an unfortunate accident where this gentleman was a perpetrator and should be blamed for what he did. But really, I don't know what you want me to say for that. How do you want me to address that?